back, YouTube, to another video. My name is Zay again, and you guys know why we're here, to just talk about things and get better with our communication. So we're going to dive right into it. Today's topic is confusion. So I've started this new thing. I'm going to go to the dictionary, get some inspiration. So let's look up the word confusion, see what that means. Something that I no doubt have been just drenched in for the past 7 years of my life. So let's get to the word, the dictionary word. Here we go. It says confuse. Okay, so we have confuse, mix up, or bewilder. Mix up. That's an interesting definition for that word. Let's look up the word bewilder. Bewilder. Confuse. So, what is confusion? It's bewilderment. What is bewilderment? It's confusion. That's as far as the dictionary goes. So, let's step back for a minute and look at our life. Well, my life. I'm speaking for myself here. I have been confused about most things in my life. And I think it's because I don't know what my purpose is. I feel like when you don't really have a purpose, it's quite natural to be confused about things. When you're just floating, what's there really to know? So naturally, with no purpose, I have felt confused. So I think these past 7 years have been a journey to really understand what I'm good at and what my purpose is, and to really relieve myself of confusion and ignorance. Because it's no fun being clouded in your head. I feel like that was a constant theme for the past, 7 years, that probably more than that. But, yes, I'm comfortable with the fact now that I don't know anything. But not knowing anything, I think, is different than confusion. Like, ignorance is not knowing what you don't know. But when you're confused, it means that you've gotten something that you're familiar with mixed up with something that you're aware of. So I think it's a lack of focus is confusion, but ignorance is more so just a lack of wisdom. So in order to relieve ourselves of this confusion, we essentially have to be more aware of who we are, why we're here, what our purpose is. And that has been really the crux of, these 8 years, these past 8 years that I've been going through, is really finding out what that is. Who am I? What am I? How do I relate to my environment? What all that means. And in order to really, for me at least, in order to actually do anything, I had to focus on becoming more and relieving myself of that confusion of who I am, because I feel like that's the biggest question. Because if you know who you are, you know where you are. If you know where you are, you know what to do. So everything stems from that one question, is finding out who you are and how you relate to your environment and how you can better serve, like, the things that are around you and the people are around you, and what you're meant for. So confusion, It's just this. It's lack. You know, it's a lack of awareness, and maybe I'm finding that I don't want to be in a state of lack. I don't like lack. I want to be in a state of abundance, and I mean, I do have a lot of abundance around me per se. Um, like I have, we have food, we have money, we have clothes. We can do things, um, but naturally, there's this non-physical dimension of humans that knows no boundaries. There's no depth to how much you can want or to how deep you can go. Um, so really fueling that is maybe it's the beginning to um, a type of understanding that maybe relieves confusion in a way or bewilderment. And I always thought bewilderment was like when you're in awe of something. Not so much when you're mixed up. Like you're kind of like surprised when you're bewildered, or at least that's what I think of. But regardless, um, yeah, let's sit with that. That's what we think about confusion, and um, but I mean, I think it's a blessing because you don't really know that you can't see until you're confused about something. Like if you're so certain about life and the things around you and you have no questions, then how, where's the growth, because this is a physical reality and everything's changing, naturally. So if you aren't changing in this physical reality, at least externally, then how how can you be progressing or evolving as a human being? I don't think the two coincide. I think internally um there's this fundamental like stillness that overlays the ever changing external reality, but um yeah, man, I lost track. It's confusion. I lost track. No, that's all right. Let's just leave it at that. You know, I'm sure I'll remember as I'm looking looking at this again. Man, I thought I was doing really well, and then I just lost track, just like that. See, that's what I gotta work at. Uh, bless these Amber Alerts. I hope the children out there are staying safe. Um, because I'm quite confused about these Amber Alerts. Why there are so many in Texas, and I don't know if Texas is just really good at keeping everyone aware that there are so many Amber Alerts, or excuse me, that there are so many children that are in danger, and Texas is just really on it, um, or the fact that other states just don't really keep it as a top priority. So I don't know whether or not I should feel really good about the fact that I'm living in Texas and they keep me aware of like, things happening in regards to children being taken or, Amber Alerts. Or I don't know if I should feel, more like concerned about a different state because I don't hear any Amber Alerts in different states. But I get them like all the time in Texas. And it normally happens in the summer. You don't really get Amber Alerts in the winter in Texas. But in the summertime, it's like an Amber Alert every week. Like, goodness. Sorry, rant. But confusion. So, don't stay in that place of lack. Alright? Clarity is what we're seeking. But you can't have clarity without confusion. That's what I was going to say. All of that, and bless the Amber Alert for, everything that it's offering, um, and what it is bringing. It's bringing clarity over here, so bless that. But um, so yeah, you can't have clarity without confusion. I wouldn't know that I wouldn't know that I had confusion or have confusion if I'd not been aware of the wisdom and the clarity that is attainable, you know. So we'll leave it at that. Try not to get too confused about stuff, or try really hard to get confused about stuff, or just don't try at all and just ask questions. You know, things will come, life will come, wisdom will come with experience. You know, and confusion's always gonna be around for a little bit. You know, but I think so long as we practice every day to be a little bit more aware, a little bit more careful at what we're saying, at what we're doing, how we're treating people, how we're saying things, a little bit careful of what we take in and consume. Um, watch the last video on consumption. Then maybe, you know, we can handle confusion um, with a little bit more grace. So that's all I got for you guys. Again, my name is Zay. Y'all gently press that like button if you want, or just hang out. We will be back next time, and thank you guys for tuning in. Until the next video, y'all have a blessed night. Peace.